man named Galvan. Hearst is a collector's collector. He asked his mother to buy him the Louvre Museum in Paris for his 10th birthday. So you kind of see how his mind works. And there's really no possibility in the whole 40 minutes that we get that we're going to be able to talk about the 25,000 pieces in this collection. And this is one of only some 70 residential homes that he owns. The ranch around this is 546 square miles at peak size, and that would make it his 4th largest ranch in North America. Choir stalls used as wall paneling were very common amongst millionaire art collectors in New York in the 1890s, 1910, 1915. By 1910, Hearst owned 27 acres of Manhattan. So he understands New York pretty well. His wife's born there, his girlfriend is born there, and his 5 sons are born. On the other hand, he was asked once what he thought about New York. He said, lucky it was settled first, else no one ever would have heard it. So he had his viewpoints that we do. Sir, come on back on those tour mats for us. That'd be great. There you go. Always be a good example for the kids, and that's my mom. But that's a gift casket. We're going to give a gift to French royalty in the 1550s. That's the wrapping paper in the 1550s. The Triumph of Religion by Peter Paul Rubens. The Venus Italica of Paulina Borghese, the sister of Napoleon Bonaparte, posing that way in a statue that was meant for private viewing. It was done for their brother, Jerome. That's the kind of stuff. This is the personal book of English Common Prayer to the King of England, George II, 1742. The more personal, the happier Hearst seemed to be. So these items that flank the fireplace, he bought these from the estate sale of Enrico Caruso. The more personal the item, the happier he is. And this is one of 14 living rooms in the main house. One of his boys, 5 sons, said when they were little, and it was cold and misty outside, their pop never wanted them to play out there. They might catch cold. So they said, no better place for a game of touch football than the big room. And they used these chairs and tables as blockers. And they go flying down like a beaten up flying wedge, trying to work, throwing the ball back and forth as they were going down this road. First thought that was just grand. But you touch something now, no, we don't think that's grand anymore. So we have a different viewpoint, a different opinion. Baby grand Wurlitzer piano. The lamp on it, by the way, is kind of worthy of note. Did anybody, just think about this, did anybody ever give anybody here a gift just because they love them?
Yes.
That's what that is.
Okay.
That's a gift because his mother was loved by his father. His father how many guys go out and commission a lamp for their wife?
Nobody
It cost $4,000.
Nobody I know.
It was 1889. It was made by Louis Comfort Tiffany. One of a kind. A gift to Phoebe Hearst from Uncle George, as everybody called her. He loved her. He loved her almost insanely. So you can imagine what it was like for him when she almost died giving birth to their child. And then their child almost died. He called them my babies. He loved them very, very much. When he died in 1891, he was a sitting U.S. senator. And they actually adjourned the federal government. They don't do that for a dead U.S. president. But they wanted to do it for Uncle George, as they call him. The nation went into mourning over this guy. 28 years later, his wife would die. And for the first time in the history of the American Republic, federal flags were ordered at half-mast, as the executive order said from the White House, just for a woman. She wasn't just any woman. She was Phoebe Elizabeth Patterson Hearst. She was William Randolph Hearst's mother. This is what you guys gathered for dinner. Cocktails during Prohibition. Don't worry about Prohibition. It never came to Sense. Didn't go to Chicago either, so don't worry about it. Come on in. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.